6-9, probability and prediction. The probability of an event is given by the ratio of the desired outcome over the possible outcomes. For example, we have PH and PT. That's an example where we're going to be flipping a simple coin. A coin will either have heads or it will have tails. So the probability of flipping a coin and getting heads is going to be 1 out of 2, because there is one desired outcome, which is heads, and there are 2 possible outcomes, heads or tails. The probability of flipping tails is going to be 1 out of 2 as well. Interesting to note, if we take the 2 probabilities and add them together, we get 1. In reality, that sort of means if you flip a coin in the air, you're going to get an answer. You're either going to get heads or you're going to get tails. If you flip a coin, or if you choose not to flip the coin, you are not going to get heads and you are not going to get tails. You have no chance of getting either one. So that probability is 0. So probability ranges from 0 to 1 depending on the items and things you're looking at. Because the probability of getting heads and the probability of getting tails are the same, we use the term equally likely. You are equally likely to get heads as you are to get tails. And since you have a 1/2 probability for heads and a 1/2 probability for tails, the probabilities are the same for all possibilities. In addition to be equally likely, a coin is said to be fair if you have an equal chance of getting one side as you are the other. On this board, we have a spinner down in the lower left-hand corner. It has the numbers 1, 5, and 8 in it. I would like to know what the probability of spinning an 8 on this spinner is. Now, realize that the other spaces are just filled in with other numbers. So the probability of spinning an 8 on this spinner is 1 out of 8, because there is one space dedicated to the spinner that's an 8. Now, if I was to actually take and make this whole space an 8, so now the green space is an 8, I would like to know what the probability of getting an 8 there is. Here's a hint, it's not 1 out of 7 because there are 7 spaces left. That would be incorrect. Now the probability is going to be 2 out of 8, because the 8 space takes up 2 spaces on the spinner. So, going back to the equally likely and fair questions from the previous board, is this spinner fair at this point in time, where 8 takes up 2 spaces? This is no longer a fair spinner. And are you equally likely to get an 8 as you are a 1? No, you're not. So this is no longer equally likely as well. Your homework is on page 313, problems 12 through 34, all of them.